Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well, and let's get into it, man. So, these past 2 weeks, I would say, I've been searching for new animes. I've been going on my journey of searching again. I've been watching all different sorts of types of animes while still keeping up with my favorite series, such as Invincible, Solo Leveling, and so on forth. So just today, I came across this anime that I thought was very, very good, and I felt I should share it with you guys. Whenever I find, well, usually how it goes is whenever I find an anime that sticks out pretty well, I normally share it with you guys. But most of the time, I watch it fully first. But this anime was so good, I had to binge watch it. When I tell you, I found it today and finished it today. Like, that's how good this anime was. It only had one season, so it was kind of easy for me to just, finish it. I believe it came out last year, so this is sort of kind of new, but not new. So it came out in 2024. Um, I can't believe I missed this anime because this was actually really good. But this anime has a long name, like all these other animes, like a super long name, which I don't understand what's with these companies and making the, well, not but studios making these anime names so long. But let's get into it. The name of this anime is called Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low level spells. So this anime, if I had to rate it, but I hope you guys seen that. Well, I can't say seen that, but heard this name. This name is long. Y'all agree? I know y'all agree because that's ridiculously long. But nevertheless, let's get into it. So if I had to rate this anime, honestly, I would give it a 8. Like it it was good. Like it was binge worthy good. Um so we start off with the main character, right? His name, I'm gonna try to pronounce his name. His name is Mimori Tuyuka. Tuyuka. Mimori Tuyuka. He's the main character. But in the beginning of this anime, he's basically treated like a background character. Like they basically call him like wind, and by wind meaning like nothing. So he's treated as nothing, like he don't even exist. Like you ever seen a bunch of main characters in different animes, like they just in the background. So that's basically what he is. And he's treated as such, from his classmates, everybody treats him that way. So he's on this bus drive with his classmates, and you guessed it, they all are teleported into a different world, right, by like this goddess. And this goddess is basically like, oh, you gotta help save our world. And everybody on the bus is just like, why should we help save your world? You took us from our world, we trying to go back. And the goddess is basically like, in order for you guys to go back, you guys got to defeat the demon army, the demon king, and collect either, I think his aura or like his heart. They got to collect something from him in order to create the spell to send them back. So basically, the goddess is like, if you choose not to help, you stuck here. So either way, if you want to go home, you gotta defeat the Demon King, which is trying to take over the Demon King and his army, which is trying to take over the whole world. So you guys got to defeat him anyway in order to go back home. So she basically, I felt like she basically held that over their heads. So, but she summoned them as like heroes, right? And whenever someone gets summoned to a different world, they gain all these abilities, these powers, these stats, all of that, etc. Right? So she's like, okay, so y'all gonna help me? They agreed to help her because they want to go back. So they like, all right, cool, we'll help you. And they basically measuring everybody's power with this like crystal ball or whatever. And everybody's power is like high, right? Most of the people power is high, or you know, D rank, E rank. You know the rankings that they do in these animes. You got the S rank, which is the highest, the A rank, which is below that, and you got B, then you got C, and E is like the lowest, right? So people is rating high. They rank in like S, A, B, and then the lowest is like D, and then the very lowest is E. So everybody's ranking. You know, some people are even shattering the crystal ball, right? So his classmates they doing pretty well, and then Toyuka, I'm gonna pronounce it like that. That's the main character. Toyuka, he goes up and he touches the ball, and it shows a color, but it's like barely glowing or whatever. So he's ranked as E. And you know, the goddess, she praised everybody else for their rankings and stuff like that. But when it came to him, she also treated him like a background character. Like he's asking her questions and she's ignoring him, signaling to him basically he's a low rank. Like he's like the lowest. And she's just basically trying to move him out the way, like next, like she's not even looking at him or talking to him. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, she messed up. Like she's like the type of goddess, right? Who's like manipulative and stuff like that. She's not really good. She appears to be good, but she's actually, you know, selfish and just a bad person. And so she treated Tayuka. She treated Tayuka poorly, right? You know, she made fun of him, and you know, she was just basically like, all right, so everybody they got they ranking and stuff like that. So the lowest, she singled him out the group and called him forward and have him step on this teleportation ritual thing. And she basically like all like the lowest level has to go. So basically outcasting him from his group of classmates. And, you know, and everybody else, they just going along with it. They like, yo, like, okay, he gotta go. Only like one person probably stood up for him, and that's like the class president or whatever. Basically, it was like, you can't do this, like you can't send him away. And she was like, she does this every time. Like whoever's the weakest, she finds a place for them, which is teleporting them to like this most dangerous place, this dangerous dungeon that nobody ever survives. Nobody makes it out alive, right? And you know, they basically trying to push him to do that, like just get him away. She's basically trying to get him away from everybody else who's strong. She's trying to divide him away from everybody. So she's just like, here, I'll even throw you like this magical item that's not really magical. It just glows in the dark, she said. So she throws him that item, and she's basically sending him to his death. That's basically all it is. She's sending him to his death, and he basically was like having a breakdown. And he's just like, damn, like y'all all messed up. Y'all agreeing with this, because a lot of his classmates was agreeing with the goddess, like, get out of here. We all tired. We just want this thing to be over. So stop making it hard for everybody else and just do what she says. And he's basically like, y'all all think that way, and then people, his classmates and the guys basically like, you don't belong here. Like you gotta go. And so they teleported him to like this super dangerous place, this dangerous dungeon that nobody ever escapes. And he ended up escaping. He ended up surviving, using his survival skills and stuff like that, coming across different monsters and stuff. And it turns out his skill is very useful. The god has said his skill don't even work like that. And then it turns out his skill works and everything, and then he building up XP, getting stronger. This is one of those like classical type of animes where, as terms of story, where you got the main character who starts out very weak and can't keep up with the group, and then next thing you know, he becomes very strong and independent and almost basically like a leader. He leads himself, and then he comes across a group, and basically it reminds me like a typical familiarity, if I pronounced that right, which I appreciate about this anime. Like it's like a familiarity in there. If I'm even saying that right, I don't even think I'm saying that right, but yeah, it's basically, like I said, the weakest character becomes the strongest, and he becomes a leader, and his skills actually are OP. Like they actually are OP, and they develop even stronger. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he basically was outcasted from the group. Everybody basically was treating him poorly, treating him like a background character. And, nobody cared about him, and he basically had to survive on his own and become strong. And I really appreciate anime like this. It, like I said, it gives like a familiarity, and I rate it at an 8. Like the animation is good, like it's good, and then sometimes like they switch to like this 3D type of effect. You can see it once you check out the anime. Like they do a lot of switching between like animation style and like a 3D type of style, if y'all get what I'm saying. Like they switch a little bit on certain parts of this anime. But overall, the anime is pretty solid. I give it an 8. The story is really good, like really interesting. And when I tell you, I literally found this anime today and finished it today. Like, no joke. This anime is pretty good, and I hope you guys go check it out. His abilities is interesting. Like, so he has the ability to basically freeze his enemies from moving, right? And then he could poison them or cause them to go berserk and harm themselves or harm any other creature next to them or whatever the case may be. His abilities is OP, because all he got to do is see you and say his ability, and it will happen. And once he poisons you, the more you try to resist and move, it will spread faster and cause more damage to yourself. So I ain't gonna lie, his ability is OP. Like, once y'all get the chance to go watch this, y'all see what I'm saying. Like, his ability is OP. But yeah, this is a pretty good anime. Like if I had to rate the story, I give the story 100%. Like, I give it a 9. The story, the overall anime, I give it an 8. The reason why I give it an 8 is because the only con about this anime is I don't like how the way they switch between animation styles in this anime. Like, they switch between, like I mentioned, the 3D, and then they switch back to like modern anime style. Which, I just don't like the switching. That's the only thing I could probably say about this anime that made it lose some points with me, is that whole switching. Other than that, the story is good, and when they do have the modern anime style, it's really good. Like it looks good and everything like that. And I also like how the character, like, they did a very good job at developing this character, explaining his background and everything like that. And even though he's still a E rank, but he's far surpassed it in terms of like XP, and his abilities is just insane. Like, he could freeze you in place. You cannot move. He immobilizes you. Then he could poison you or cause you to go berserk. And those are like basic abilities, but they work. They work very well, and they get stronger over time, because he keeps leveling up, taking down high level monsters. And I haven't like really seen that his abilities don't work. So they're only on season 1. Hopefully we get a season 2, but it's really good, and I hope you guys go check it out. Now, with that being said, we got other reviews on this channel, and based on those reviews, you could take a look at those animes. We also have reviews on this channel. Well, let's see, I'm already messed up. We also have reactions on this channel, and based on those reactions, you could take a look at those animes as well. And I'm out.